And I swear that I'm a real one, I ain't never losing. And now I'm so caught they spin, but they don't never do shit. I'm in these streets and shit is real, man, I ain't picking choosing. I gotta get rich before I die, I'm focused on the music. And I swear that I'm a real one, I ain't never losing. And now I'm so caught they spin, but they don't never do shit. I'm in these streets and shit is real, man, I ain't picking choosing. I gotta get rich before I die.
My neck is absolutely fucked because I didn't do stretching before working out yesterday and today. I didn't even do stretching after working out, so my muscles got caught up. So now I'll have to do a little bit more of stretching just to ensure that my muscles loosen up and this fucked up feeling just goes away. Anyways, today I went to the gym and I inquired how many people were in the gym yesterday. Turns out there were only 9 people who hit the gym yesterday, including me and my friend. So that's like 7 people apart from me and Harsh. I mean, the number is fucking small. A lot of people still do not I don't know if they know that gyms are open or are they just afraid to come to the gym. Either ways, it's good for me because there's not much of crowd and I am getting my workouts in. And the owners, and this is what I've observed before corona or before pandemic ever started, these owners never came to the gym that frequently. Even if they did come, they used to come a bit late. But now I've been observing that these owners are coming much earlier than the entire staff altogether. They're probably opening up the gym, so that they're more involved in their business right now, and I can definitely guarantee with their involvement the business is going to grow. Obviously they need to be more involved because the situation demands like that. It'll be interesting. It's very interesting right now, and I've been speaking with the owners also of my gym. I've been explaining them about how marketing can help them out with this whole pandemic situation and the gym. So they've been very interested in it also. I've been bothering them from the past 3 days saying ki you have to make a fucking move before you miss out on the opportunity, because a lot of gyms, successful gyms, have built a brand, and once you build a brand, even if the economy goes to shit, the brand is going to survive. So that is one thing people miss out on. But again, not always, the brand will not always survive. It depends upon the kind of financial moves you make and also the kind of decisions you take during the period. But usually brands survive. Why? Because they've created customer relationship, customer loyalty, and they have a system in place which works perfectly fine in every fucking situation. And more importantly, brands are prepared. They have team, they have people. The CEO, the top level management works on seeing the top tier management works on the future for the business. They don't just look into the day to day, but they also see how the fuck can they improve their business in the future. It may be 1 year down the lane or 2 years down the lane. So marketing is not for fucking making a sale of a product or a service. Marketing, if you approach it in the right way to create a brand, that is going to be phenomenal and exceptionally well. Again, I've been taking up these examples. I've been doing shitload of research on the companies which have been successful for the past 20 to 30 years. So I just wanted to see what the fuck did they do? What did these companies do for 20 to 30 years that they've been successful continuously, even in the most unpleasant times and situations? So that is one interesting thing to look at least for me. I'm interested in knowing what the fuck did that brand do to survive, or how are they competing with other brands? Are they even competing, or are they dominating other brands by not giving them a chance to compete? That's a legit thing. That's a legit thing brands do. They don't even give a fucking option to compete. There is nothing fucking wrong in it. It's business. Everybody wants to make their business fucking successful. When the case is like that, you can't cry because the other person is not giving you the opportunity to become successful. You might as well do something for your own business to become successful. Anyways, so I just told him this thing that, look at it, the age group from 12 to 35 or 40 they spend minimum of 7 to 8 hours on their phone. So the age group between 12 to 40, they spend 6 to 7 hours on their phone, and these 6 to 7 hours they spend specifically on 4 to 5 apps: Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, or probably even YouTube. So six platforms, 7 hours in 6 platforms. Look at it. You have billions of apps, but they're just picking out on these 6 fucking apps. India doesn't have TikTok, so I did not mention TikTok, but if that was available, people were on TikTok. So if you look at it, they're just on these 6 to 7 platforms, and the age group of 12 to 40 are very active on these platforms. And on Facebook, the age group from 50 to older is active. So when the case is like this, and when you put out your content and start branding on social media, you're not aiming to convert people immediately, like tomorrow or day after you brand or market. The end goal is to create a brand image, to create a customer loyalty or a customer relationship, so that in the next 10 years or in the next 8 years, when the spending power shifts into the hands of these people aged between 12 to 30, when they can spend money without asking anyone, and when they have that power, the first thing they're going to do is think of the brands they like. And this is the long-term play of building a fucking brand. You're not waiting for the brand to become successful tomorrow. You're waiting for 10 years, or at least you're willing to wait for so long to get the conversions done. And once the conversion starts, imagine the first generation from age group of 12 to 40 hit you up, and their generation, their future generations, they are going to tell, this is the brand I've taken and they like it personally. So they will recommend that automatically. So right now I've come to meet Teju, Mrinal and Rakesh. I don't know where the fuck are they. So yeah, I'll just cut the call right now and give them a call. Bye bye.